friends, it's Shruti here. I hope everybody is doing good and preparing well for the examination. Okay, the purpose of this video is where I'm going to provide you some suggestions or some hints how best you can present in your online mode of examination. Okay, here I am taking up your financial accounting MTP paper as a sample paper. See, it may be financial accounting, or it may be a law paper, taxation, or it may be costing in group 1. And when it comes to group 2, it may be OM and SM, or it may be management, cost management, or it may be GST, whatever the paper might be. They are bifurcating into 4 sections: section A, B, C, and D. Section A is for where they are giving the weightage for 20 marks. 20 into 1 means you will be getting around 20 questions of choose the correct answer here, where a question will be provided and 4 options will be provided, and you need to select which is the correct answer. And please remember, this section A will be evaluated by the system itself, the computer system itself. It will be evaluated. The examiner is not going to evaluate the section A. When we come to section B, you are having your required to answer all the question. Each question carries 2 marks. Okay, instruction. Each question is followed by a space where you are required to type your answer. So when you go through this particular question, and wherever the space is provided to provide you the answer, only there you need to provide the answer. And from section B, section C, and section D, for this evaluation will be done by the examiners. Okay. Here, for example, first question what we have: state whether the following items are in the nature of capital or revenue expenditure. State means just you need to classify whether it is a capital expenditure or revenue expenditure. So just you can give point number 1 and you need to give the answer. For example, expenses incurred in connection with obtaining a license for starting a factory were rupees 12,000. So it is treated as which expenditure? Capital expenditure. So you are going to give your point number 1, capital expenditure. Next, point number 2, what is the question we have? Incurred rupees 4,500 as decoration expenses of the company. These will be recurring in nature, so accordingly we are going to classify them as what? Revenue expenditure. So just you will give your point number 2 and revenue expenditure. So again, in section B also what happens? For that question, just 1 or 2 lines answers will be there. Accordingly, you are going to type. In section B is going to comprise 10 questions, and each question will be carrying 2 marks. So total 20 marks weightage. So for your objective, when you are perfect with a conceptual basis, easily 40 marks will be in your pocket. 20 marks from section A and 20 marks from section B. So for this reason, you should be very thorough with the concepts, have the clarity of each and every chapter concept, so that easily you can score 40 marks over here. And the time consumption for the section A and B will also be less, because no need to solve the problems or big solutions might not be there, just 1 or 2 lines. Section A just choosing the answer, and section B 1 or 2 lines answer will be there. So but you should have the concept clarity, that is important. Next, when it comes to section C, what they are telling? You are required to answer any 4 out of 6 questions in this section. Means total 6 questions will be provided. You need to answer any 4. So, and each question carries 12 marks. 12 into 4, 48 marks is the weightage for section C. In section C, where you are going to expect the problematic part and all. Okay, means after go through the question, what are the requirements they are asking? Accordingly, you need to answer. See, again in section C what happens? Question 3 is there in that AB, and question 4 is there, again subsection you are having AB, 5 AB, C subsections, and 6 AB, 7th AB bifurcations is there. See, for each question again the sub questions they are asking. Again question 8, you are required to write any short note on any 4 out of 5. Is again guaranteed 1 short note question also they have included in that particular section C here. Okay, so out of 5, whatever they are given, you need to answer any 4. So from question 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, out of that you need to answer any 4. So what you need to do, as you get the as you are going, first go through the questions which are your perfect, first answer them, then go for the questions which you are not, you are doubtful, attempt those questions. And no need to answer all the 8 questions, all the 6 questions here, just it will be a waste of time. Okay, just answer the 4 questions. As they are asking out of 6, they are asking you to answer any 4, answer any 4. They are not going to take any this out of, if you answer in case all the 6 questions, if you are answering, whichever is highest marks will not be taken into consideration. First 4 whatever will be there will be taken into consideration. So accordingly, what you do, whichever you are perfect, those 4 questions you try to attempt. Don't attempt all the 6 questions. And when it comes to section D, it is you are required to answer all the question in this section. Instruction. Each question is followed by a space where you are required to type your answer. See, it's simple, like case study type they are giving, and followed by a problematic will be there. So nothing but what they will do, a simple problem, whatever they may take up from any chapter. Here they have taken a problem from branch accounts. Okay, some story they will give in the beginning, what all has happened, what they have done, which products. That's it will be there. Nothing to worry. Ma'am, question is so long. What I need to study, nothing will be there. Just the main thing, read out what they are giving, what all the important is there. Just in your working paper, just note down. Okay, note down the important points, and as per the required question, whatever they are asking, accordingly you try to solve it. See question, point number 8. What is the value of closing stock of ABC Cosmetics at the head office and at the branch? So at the how much closing stock is available at ABC Cosmetics at the head office and branch? Means here you need to determine only the closing stock value. For that they are awarding 3 marks. So you need to determine only the closing stock. For the purpose of closing stock, whatever the data is required, just collect it, solve and fill the data. And point B, what is the value of gross profit of head office and the branch of ABC Commerce? Gross profit you need to ascertain here. What is the value of net profit of the head office and the branch? Net profit you need to ascertain. What should be the capital balance and the total assets of ABC Cosmetics? Means what will be at the end? Capital balance will be there that you need to show. So the main thing, what is the main advantage of online is, the first point what I can tell is your step-wise solution is reduced. So the time consumption will be saved for you. Easily you can attempt the 100 marks in your examination. Okay, so my tips for you is, when you go for section E, as it will be choose the correct answer, 20 questions will be there. Always answering the choose the correct answer, 2 ways will be there. Whenever you read a question, understand that question and think what might be the answer. Have some idea in your mind, then read out the options. Then select whatever the idea you had, which your idea and which option is going to match for that. Accordingly you select. That is one way. Or there will be some question you will not be having any idea about that. So in this situation, what you do, read the question, try to analyze it, maybe from which chapter, which concept and all. After that, go with the options. Identify which options are not related to the question. Just cancel them. For example, let me take up second B question here. Expenditure incurred by a publisher of acquiring copyright is an example of. So what is the expenditure they are going to incur by the publisher for acquiring? Let us assume acquiring a copyright means I have the idea that it is going to provide the benefit for more than 1 year. So usually what happens, if it is a benefit for more than 1 year means capital expenditure. Let us analyze what you are going to do. Then you go with the option. Point number 1, capital expenditure is there. Point number 2, revenue expenditure. Point number 3, deferred revenue expenditure. And point number 4, none of the above. So here the answer is what? Capital expenditure. Directly you can tell. Okay. Now point number 6, let us assume income statement of a club is known as income statement of a club. So let us assume I am not having the complete knowledge about this question. In that situation, how to analyze here? What was my trick I suggested you? You need to identify which option is not the answer. Which are the wrong answer, eliminate. Which are the correct answer, you need to suggest here. Okay, first option, statement of P&L account they are telling. Okay, see, first club means what? It is a profit oriented or non-profit oriented? Non-profit oriented organization. So here we got a clue that a club is non-profit organization. Whether a P&L account will be prepared? No. So accordingly option 1 is not an answer. Next option 2, receipts and payment account. Yes, when it comes to non-trading organization, yes, somewhere we prepare like receipts and payments account. So option 2 might be the answer, but don't conclude. Then option 3 is for income and expenditure account. Yes, again, option 3, what happens? Income and expenditure account under non-trading organization we prepare. And point number 4, trading account. Trading account is not prepared under non-trading organization. It will be prepared for profit organizations or trading organization. So point number 1 and 4 cannot be the answers here. So now you are left out with option 2 and option 3. Out of these two, which is your correct answer? They are asking you to identify income statement. Income statement means what are the incomes you have earned and what are the expenditure you have spent, and accordingly how much is the surplus or deficit you are going to obtain. So now when you think about income, receipt and payments account, whether you are going to get any surplus or deficit, just we are going to show the receipts, cash receipts, what all will be received in that particular year and what are the payments they might have made in actual, those will be considered. So accordingly receipts and payments account is also not the answer here. So what is the exact answer? Point number 3, income and expenditure account. So this is when you are not having a perfect clarity of the answer in the situation, go by the option which is not correct, but just eliminate them. Then take the decision of the two options, whichever is going to consume you, analyze them completely and choose your correct answer. So these two techniques you need to adopt for section A. Okay. When it comes to section B, just one word, section B will be for just one word answers or a sentence might be there. Answer to the appropriate. Don't go with the lengthy answer center. Answer to the appropriate. Whatever is required, accordingly you need to answer here. So section B will be like that. When it comes to section 3, problematic will be there. As per the bits, whatever they are asking. See, point number 1. Determine the original cost of the machinery purchase. So you make the rough working in your paper, and accordingly point number 1, what is the original cost, you answer it. Point number 2, what could be the amount of annual depreciation, how much depreciation you are going to charge, they are asking. So make your rough working, and when you are going to do the rough working and all, they are not required of any proper format and all. To the maximum, try to reduce the steps and all, so that you are going to obtain the answer immediately with lesser time consumption. So just you are going to answer for point number 2, what is the amount of depreciation you are going to charge. Point number 3, what will be the opening balance in the machinery account as on 1/1/21? So opening balance means nothing but machinery account, how much balance brought down will be there. Accordingly, that balance amount you are going to type here. Point number 4, what could be the amount of P&L, profit or loss on sale of machinery? When a particular machinery is sold, how much profit they have incurred, or in case any loss, that you are going to work out, and accordingly you are going to fill the answer here. Just 4 points. And if any working you need to give, just you give a working note, 2 to 3 steps answers for that. Don't give like complete format, particulars amount, that all is not required. Rough working, just you can show the working note and you are going to type. And when it comes to scheme of evaluation, please consider section A will be evaluated by the system itself. Section B, C and D will be evaluated by the examiner. Okay, so my suggestion when it comes to mainly for section C and section D, answer to the point what they are asking, and whatever the required working note will be there, you need to work in your rough paper and put the type answer. See, actually they tell that answers can be scanned, but in reality what happens, how you are going to scan? Whether for each and every student a scanning machine will be provided? No, right? So it may time consume for you. So don't depend on it. So you make the proper working in your rough note and give the proper answer here. Getting the point? So this will be my few suggestions how you are going to present your answers in the examination. So first, my other tips for your examination: be confident on your preparation and give only the positive instructions to your mind. Yes, I have studied, I am remembering everything, I am going to give my best in the examination. And one more thing I am going to tell you, whatever 300 or 400 or 500 pages you have studied, they are not going to ask in the examination all those 300 or 500 pages. Just 10 papers, around 10 to 20 papers you are going to answer. They are not going to ask you the whole syllabus. In that, whatever you have studied, what they feel important, they will be asking. They are going to test your knowledge. Just answer that, whatever they are asking for you. Don't be panic, in a free mind. Just try to recollect whatever you studied, accordingly apply and solution. So with that, I am going to end up the video. I wish you all the best for your preparation as well as examination. Miss you all. Let's meet up in the next classes soon. Thank you.